Alrighty folks, welcome to Oddly Satisfying, brought to you by our sponsor, me, and Quality Content, my clothing line, linked in the description at qcathletics.com, where you can get joggers if they haven't sold out again. I don't know if they've sold out again, recording this in advance, but check it if you're interested. Let's start off with number 19, this calligraphy for the prevention from demonetized. You know, right now would be a great time to just go get a fountain pen and try to pick up a new skill. We've got more spare time, right? Other than, I somehow am like more busy than ever, which is really weird and probably not the norm at this particular moment. Oh, stay the fork home. Absolutely beautiful. How do you line it up so well? Why is it so even on the top and bottom? How did you get it separated so perfectly? How is your visualization that good? This endless loop. We got another one of these. Back from Black Magic Forkery. Alright, let's get it synced up. I like how it like starts speeding in one direction, and then it starts going in the other direction, and then it evens out so it looks perfectly stationary. See, I just don't even understand how you engineer so that the space, they're exactly properly spaced apart, because if you even have one that's not the same spacing as the other, it's going to throw off the whole thing. And then you make it perfectly loop, and then you have to like calculate how many degrees per second the thing is going to be turning so it matches up, and then you have to know what sort of frame rate whatever you're shooting in is shooting, and there's so much to calculate here. Well done. I tried to combine two videos that lined up pretty well. This is the result. Okay, that's pretty cool. Very impressive rotoscoping on the wakeboarder. You really did get an angle perfectly. Also, really impressed with how when he's going over the lines in the road, like he actually has the white lines distort as if they're going through water. Definitely not easy. I don't think he just layered the two things on top of each other. Like there's a lot of compositing work that went into this. I think I'm most impressed by the rotoscoping on the wakeboarder, because it's really not easy to do if you're not actually green screened or over transparency. It's so tedious. It is so tedious to do that. Geometrically cut oranges. I like this. It reminds me of those photos where it's one photo, but each quadrant is like broken up by a different color code or something with very straight lines. See, it almost looks like this is a different photo where the oranges are not peeled. And then this is them being cut here. This is a different photo of them being cut. This is just a different photo of them being completely skinned and eviscerated. I just probably demonetized my video speaking about oranges. And then this is one where they've just been peeled. 4 preparations of oranges. Pretty cool. Spiral tree roots. It's also a little bit eerie. Yeah, it looks like some kind of ritual ground. I bet you that there have been rituals performed there. It's okay, you're there in the daytime, but you go there at night, you're bound to see some weird stuff. There's no doubt someone has come across that, and if it's legit, and it's not that someone, you know, put some aftermarket parts on a tree there, then you're gonna come across some weird kind of things taking place. Wouldn't recommend it. You might not come back out with your life. So, this grandma making tofu from scratch. I've actually never seen tofu being made. It's soybeans, right? I think that's what it comes from. I don't know what else you add into it. How is she like so good at getting it into that tiny little hole? That's what she said. How is she so good at getting it in there as it's spinning around? She like didn't get any on the top. It was just like, she doesn't even have to look. She's like, oh, scooping over. She knows the exact timing of when to pour the thing so that it goes in perfectly. I guess you just crush it up and then you boil it or something like that. Looks like some high quality tofu. I feel like she's been doing this for quite a while. This isn't her first rodeo. Dude, there's this YouTube channel that I saw recently that is like, it's an old lady from Mexico who I think has a farm, and she does cooking recipes. And it has been absolutely popping off. And this was like a month ago when I last saw it. And that channel popped off harder than like any channel I have ever seen. It's insane. It went from like the first video a few months back to then just every video is like in one day, several million views. Like, oh my God, dude. What? And like, I don't even know if the woman herself like knows where the video is going or much about YouTube. I think it's like her son or something who's actually posting them, but that channel, oh my God, it's just absolutely exploded. And I'm sure it's even now probably going even crazier because people are looking up recipes that they can do while they're at home more often. So, oh my God, dude, she must be crushing. All right, there we go. Tofu recipe. The way the snow accumulated, that is pretty cool. It also looks very cold. But it does look like there's a ski run there in the background. Ever since I went to Toronto a couple years ago, it was really cold and I didn't go there to snowboard. I was like, how do people live here? I don't understand. It's too cold. I want to be able to just casually go out to take out the trash without having to put 50 layers of clothing on. Yeah. All you cold weather living people, you're gonna be like, oh, you wimp. We just go out in a t-shirt and shorts. We just have to take out the trash. We can handle a few minutes of exposure, no issue. But it's like, you have to worry about snow getting in your shoes. You have to use boots and then make sure they're all, you know, bundled up enough so snow's not gonna get in. It looks great, but it's so impractical. Shaving a cushion. Shaving a cushion. What? That's a brand new sentence. What quarantine has come to? Hold on, is this, instead of using a lint roller, you're using a straight razor in order to get the lint and dust off of... I mean, wow, I'm sure it just feels very exfoliated after that. I too like to exfoliate my leather during quarantine. Gets the lint off, gets any worn bits from the leather right off there. It looks fresh, shiny. Get a little bit of polish on there after the fact. You're gonna have a nice looking piece of furniture. When people come over after we're finally visiting each other again, they're gonna comment and be like, that's a really nice sofa. Cutting fresh Castilla cake, or Castilla cake? I'm not sure if it's Spanish. That's very smooth. Oh, that looks really good. That looks very fluffy. And I like the contrast as well between the colors. That looks well baked. I feel like they give good feedback on the Great British Baking Show for that right there. Now, the most difficult part of this whole situation is, how do you not eat the entire thing in one sitting? See, because if I bake that, this is why flour is all gone at grocery stores, is because people are like, no, I gotta learn this now. I'm cooped up at home and that looks really tasty, so let's do it. This waffle I made today, fresh off the iron. That's a very nice looking waffle. I'm impressed you managed to not have any residue that just, you try to get the waffle out of the iron and then it rips and you get some sticking on there. What's your secret? Every time I've ever made a waffle, it's like you gotta spatula the thing off and you're like, damn it, half the thing ripped off. This waffle sucks. I hate it. Where's the syrup though, dude? I feel like we need a few berries on the side. I get it, the focus is on the waffle, but you know, maybe some fried chicken too, which I hadn't tried until like earlier last year. I always thought, it's weird, why would I have fried chicken and waffles and syrup? That's a strange combination. Then I had it and I was like, this actually works. The way they dance up the stairs. I want to be able to moonwalk. I bet there's going to be a lot more people who can moonwalk once this is all done. So also, this is a very nice house. Can I throw that out? Look at that chandelier, these stone steps. It's very fancy. I feel very inadequate. It's very nice. Oh, apparently this is someone that people know. It's a footballer. Okay, this makes sense. I was like, dang, this is super fancy. I want to be able to moonwalk. I have no excuse though, because I'm at home all day, every day, regardless, and I have tile floors, so I should be able to do it if I'm in socks. Good job. Mario Kart, but in real life. Dude. Oh my god, those are some sick drifts, bro. Is this at someone's house? Like, this almost looks like it could just be someone's backyard. See, that'd be legit to have when you're confined. You're like, I don't care if I'm confined at home. I got Mario Kart in my backyard, dude. That's actually really cool because I think it looks like it actually has the ability for the wheels to kind of all face in a different direction. So none of the wheels are actually sliding on the ground. He's just somehow controlling it so that they're like, it's like shopping cart wheels. And they're all facing like straight down the track while the cart is sort of pivoting. Dude, you got, like, that's so awesome. There's a miniature tunnel under there. That's so sweet. Swick. Imagine you're too tall though and you don't realize that's coming. It seems like a problem because that dude's head was really close to the top. Colors of the American Midwest. Why does this look rendered almost? Also, it's a very weird color combination. I can't tell if it's the lighting. Maybe the house isn't actually like bluish green. Maybe it's just the lighting that's making it look weird, but even though it makes for a cool photo, I think I'd get tired of my house looking like that. It's very, very contrasty and bright, but also it totally looks like a render. Why is this so perfect? Why do you have no markings at all on the outside of your home? It's just pristine. I guess maybe they power wash their walls or something. Futurama Fry Painting by James Lewis. Shut up and take my money. The way this meme has been embroidered to perfection. That's another brand new sentence. The way this meme has been embroidered to perfection by Hermit Girl Creations. Nice. And I like the three-dimensional texture of it, where the green is actually like on top of Homer and he's sinking into it. Well done. My mom works at Amazon and she sent me a photo of one of the trucks she loaded. Oh my god, this is efficiency! What is this over here? This is ruining the whole thing. Is this some freight delivery? Bro. Okay, so I have to ask, are the box sizes like planned so that it always fits this? Do they package items in a box size even if it's too big, just so that it creates a completely 100% packed truck? Or do they just grab the packages that happen to fit in the remaining space? Like, I wonder, is it planned before the items are put in the boxes, or is it just that they have a bunch of boxes stacked up and they know what configurations work? This is insane. That is no wasted space at all whatsoever. Oh my god. Thank you, Amazon factory workers, delivery workers, etc., for continuing to keep things moving in this time where we are all ordering things online. Much appreciated. How do you reach up to the top? I guess you just hire people who are taller than me in order to do it, because I couldn't. I need a step sticky eyes. You bring me the step stool. I can't stick the packages in the upper corners. That would make sense though, because sometimes I'll get an object that's really small, but it's in a box that's way too big, and it's got like a few of the airbags around it, and I wonder if it's so that it fits in the truck, because if they keep it all like this, it means also the packages aren't going to be moving around all over the place, and it's probably better that way. Oh my god, dude, this is gnarly. And the top for the last month of Oddly Satisfying, what this guy did on his Notes app. god. It's just gonna go forever. How many university Zoom lectures did it take for you to be able to do this? See, the thing is, you're not actually bored, though. You're being very productive. Even if it's not actually contributing to society in a meaningful way, you are entertaining someone with this GIF that you put out of your I'm bored note. So, really, at the end of the day, you did something useful. Even if you're saying you're bored, you made the most out of it. And I do always say, you know, the only people who are bored are boring people themselves. I definitely came up with that myself and haven't been told it or heard it from numerous other sources. But there are so many things to do. There are so many things still to do when you're at home, thanks to the magic of the internet, that no one should ever be bored during this time. You can learn a new skill, you can learn a new language, you can go for a run, go for a walk, improve your mile times, watch shows on various SVOD platforms, and watch YouTube. But there's so many skills that you can learn from the internet that there's no reason to ever be bored during this time. 100%. Thank you, internet, for existing. I appreciate you. People who kind of came up with the internet way back in the early 90s and who were working on that before it, you know, thank you guys. I'm sure you didn't envision it becoming this important for this sort of thing, but I appreciate you. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Oddly Satisfying. Make sure to like if you liked, check out the playlist if you want to catch more, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you next time.